Candace Owens just put this liberal reporter in her place during this live interview, which turned quickly into an all-out debate. Check it out right here.
There was another tweet that said, the Democratic Party is comprised of racist white liberals.
That is correct.
Am I a racist white liberal?
Well, let's go back and let's say, I will say this, that many people in the party are not aware of their own racism. Let's go back to an early part of this conversation where you said to me, are you concerned about the color in the White House? Why would you ask me that question?
Because you speak about black issues.
No, but why would you ask me? But let's get to really the nucleus of this. Why did you ask me that question today?
Because I'm
why did you feel that I needed to be
perspective.
Concerned about that?
Because you're bringing a whole group of young African-American leaders to the White House.
Okay, so this is something that I talk about often, is that in many ways, what liberals don't realize that you put on that, the racism and the conversations that we have.
So you're saying I'm a racist?
You haven't let me finish my statement. You keep cutting me off.
Go ahead.
Okay? The emphasis that you place is always on having a discussion about race, okay? You guys are insistent on having a conversation about race and telling us that we should see, and implying that we should see race everywhere, and I don't agree with that. If you don't look at me according to the color of my skin, you would simply ask me how I thought that Trump was doing as a president. But instead, you try to drum up a conversation that's surrounded by race by asking me, are there enough black people in the White House?
You're bringing a whole group of young black leaders to the White House.
Color,
so clearly
I don't.
That's something that's important to you.
But why are you talking about?
But then why make it that you're going to bring young black leaders to the White House? I mean, this is sort of absurd.
Because the media, as in the whole.
This is absurd. You're bringing this group to the White House.
It's not absurd. I'm making perfect sense. You're just not following the logic.
I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear.
I'm trying to be extremely clear with you.
I know.
Bringing the black conservatives to the White House.
But you view me as a racist white liberal.
I think that you're not. First off, you put those words in my mouth, and you keep saying it.
So I'm not.
I said that the Democrat Party is comprised of racist white liberals. Is every person in the party racist? No, but you're not aware of the fact that you put these racist tones out into the media. This is why we have to bring the black conservatives to the president, because you create a narrative when you're on TV like you did today.
Are you comfortable with? I'm going to have you on radio later because I have questions for you as well. But we actually have to get out of the segment now.
Language is helpful, though. I mean, just in terms of the national conversation.
Well, I could ask you, do you think it's helpful to ask me, just because I'm a black woman, if I'm comfortable with the amount of color that's on the administration? Do you think that that's helpful?
I think it's helpful and interesting to know your perspective.
It's not. It's you just trying to create an undertone that Donald Trump is racist, and it's wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
But listen, but Candace,
listen. No. We actually.
I just want to say.
You're looking at me on the basis of my skin color and making a bunch of, and making a bunch of deductions. I did not. You said that, and we can run the tape back.
I want to say,
said that.
Here's what I want to say.
You quoted a tweet, and then you made it about you.
I appreciate.
So you were not added, but you were not added in that tweet. So do not say that I called you that, because that's dishonest. And we are on, and we are on TV. So you can run. Okay, so I did not call you a racist. You're using the typical leftist tactic of trying to make yourself a victim, which is not something that I will accept.
No, but we're actually well beyond time.
Well, she's making herself a victim and pretending that I came here and called her a racist. So this is a typical leftist tactic.
So Candace Owens is spot on here when she calls out this reporter right to her face and basically tells her that, like, you're being racist. You are making assumptions about me because of my skin color, and that it's something abnormal or not right for Candace to be a Trump supporter or Candace to be a conservative. And liberals do this all the time, and they need to be called out for it, because, of course, they're full of what they're projecting onto other people. They go around and they call people racist for this, for that, for no reason. And that's their go-to move. And I think it's obvious that they're the ones who are racist and have those racial prejudices inside of them. And that's why they try to paint the rest of the world with it. It's not really a far stretch to imagine that, especially when you see the way that they talk to minorities and about minorities. It's so belittling. They just can't fathom the idea that a black person or a Hispanic person would have conservative views or might align with Donald Trump's message. And when they see that, they don't think, well, this is a person with their own opinions and their own mind that can make up their own mind and can think for themselves. They think there must be something wrong here. You must be confused. You must not understand something. Let me explain it to you. Let me talk down to you in this very condescending way. Oh my God, it's just terrible. It's just one of the most annoying things ever. And I'm glad that Candace had the chance to expose this reporter, and hopefully it made her think, like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't make these assumptions about black and brown conservatives. Maybe they have a mind of their own and they're allowed to think whatever they want. They're allowed, and their opinions matter too. Maybe they have a good reason for having those opinions, and she should listen to them. But anyway, that kind of humility and that kind of self-reflection is pretty rare, especially with these liberal media types that have huge egos and they just want to go around evangelizing people to their ideology. The truth is that somebody like Candace Owens is the kryptonite to this elitist, leftist worldview, right? When they see somebody who is supposed to be on their side, that is kind of stepping out of the box and stepping out of line with their thinking, they're confronted with the fact that maybe they're not the saviors that they think they are. Maybe they're not the saviors of the black community, as Democrats like to pretend that they are. Maybe they're not the saviors of immigrants and stuff. Because, wait a sec, how could they not agree with us? How could they have a different point of view on Trump? It's just, it kind of shatters this veil of delusion. And it's very dangerous to them. I mean, they see this an imminent threat. And that's why people like Candace, people like Clarence Thomas, and other strong black conservatives who are unapologetic about their views are called the most obscene things, Uncle Tom and other racial slurs that refer to the fact that they are a race traitor or something like that, as if it's so against nature for them to be a Republican or a conservative or a free thinker or a capitalist or any of those things. How insulting is that? Let me know what you guys thought of this clip in the comments. Do you think Candace did a good job? Let me know below. Leave a like if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.